Did you know that there's an actual strategy to card placement on your YouTube videos? I'm talking what cards you should place and when you should place them. Knowing the right strategy for both of those elements can massively grow your YouTube channel. And I don't think a lot of people talk about this. So I'm really pumped to share with you my secret card strategy for gaining more views, keeping people on my videos longer, and subsequently making more money and getting more subscribers on YouTube. Hey y'all, I am so pumped that you are here. We're just gonna get into it today because I feel like I'm kind of giving you like a super secret look inside something that not a lot of people talk about, and I don't want to beat around the bush. So before we get into the actual super secret strategy, I need to give you a few bullet points and pieces of information that you need to know to understand why this super secret strategy makes sense. So YouTube as a whole has a lot of best practices it wants you to follow. But more than anything, YouTube wants you to A, bring people to the platform and or start sessions with your content, and B, they want you to keep people on the platform for as long as possible. So if you are bringing people to the YouTube platform to watch your videos, and then they are staying on YouTube, whether they're watching your videos or not, and extending their session time, YouTube is like, we should give that channel some more like oomph so that more people see it, because once they watch that one video, they tend to stay on the platform longer. So then on top of that strategy, if you can not only keep them on the platform, but also keep them watching your videos on the platform, one, your view numbers are gonna go up. Two, your income is gonna go up if you're monetized. Three, YouTube will see your videos as things they need to suggest to other people because the people who are watching them are staying on them and binging them. And four, you're making YouTube happy because you're keeping people on the platform and extending their session time with your own content. So that is really the basis of where my secret card strategy comes in. So essentially, we want to analyze our videos to see when people are kind of dipping out and dropping off, to know exactly where we can put cards in those places to hopefully get them to say, oh yeah, okay, I was getting ready to leave this video, but that one that they just shared is really something I'd love to see. Now, I should put an asterisk here. Ideally, you want this to be your content because you want them extending their views and watch time on your content, because it's gonna build up their need for binging your content, their need for your new videos. They are going to feel like they know you, like you, and trust you quicker. And if you are monetized, it's going to add to your views, which makes you money. But if you are a new channel and or you don't have other videos that are kind of complementary to the one that they're currently watching yet, and you want them still though to stay around on YouTube, then absolutely link off to other people's videos. This could be a friend, this could be someone you don't know, this could be whatever, as long as the video is relevant, you think it might be the next thing they want to watch, and it's keeping them on the YouTube platform. Because again, it really doesn't matter if they are binging your content, as long as you brought them to the platform and your video is what caused them to extend their session time. That is going to be massive for your channel and massive for your growth. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you in analytics exactly how to evaluate where the cards should go in your video, and then explain a little bit more about what those cards should be. So essentially, I'm gonna go into my analytics and I'm gonna pull up a video. Now, you don't get the stats for this, what we're going to look at, for about 24 to 48 hours until after your video is live. And I generally wait until about a week after my video has been live to go back in and execute this strategy. But then I use this strategy as I'm publishing new videos to kind of get averages and possibly best guesses at where my cards should go. Now, the reason I wait until about a week after my content has been live is because I want it to get the most possible traction as it can get inside of the platform in that first week. And if I'm going in and editing and resaving the video and having to get YouTube to republish it, it's going to slow down its growth. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop in here to my why you should start a YouTube channel right now video, which at the time of this recording was published a little over a week ago, and I'm gonna go to the analytics of that video. Now we're gonna scroll down to audience retention because that's what we want here, and we're gonna hit see more just so we can see this on a big picture strategy. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at your dips when big amounts of people dip off. So you generally will have 2 to 3 of these across a video. You're gonna have the one where most people are like, whoop, kind of near the beginning of the video. That's pretty normal. And then you're going to have more throughout the video where people got what they needed and dipped out or just got tired of watching. Ideally, I'd love for this to go 100% all the way through the video, but that's not normally going to happen. So I'm gonna utilize the stats that I do have to make sure that I'm getting them to continue. So on this particular video, it stays pretty steady. So you'll see here, there's an initial dip, and that's pretty normal. People click on a video and then decide they don't want to watch it and dip out because honestly, that's only like 27 seconds in, 45 seconds in. So they probably were like, you know, this looks like a cool video, but now I don't like it, which is not ideal. But again, not the biggest problem because that's going to happen in most cases. I have clicked on videos before and I knew 3 seconds in that that was not the video I needed to watch, or I accidentally clicked on it, right? So essentially you want to find where the first big dip is. And now we have like 70 some percent, 60 some percent. That's all a pretty steady decline, right? But then right here, right in this area, we start having a pretty big dip. Instead of a steady decline, we have some people who are like, boop, which basically is telling me that somewhere around that point, people are dipping out. You're going to visually see that a lot of people, a big percentage of people are dropping off at a given point. And obviously you want to curb that. So there's nothing you can do about this video in particular. There may be something you're saying there, or maybe you're babbling, or you have bad audio or something like that that is causing people to dip out. But to fix this particular video, you can't really do that because it's already live and it's already got views and you might as well leave it. Now you can use that as notes to say, okay, somewhere around that 3-minute mark, I started babbling about my dog and, you know, half the world left for future videos. But to use this to keep people binging your content, to keep people on the platform, this is where the secret card strategy comes in. So I'm gonna look here at my curve and I'm gonna say right here, right around this moment right here, somewhere between 309 and 336, there's quite a few people dropping off. So I want to head that off, and I want to hopefully get them to go to one of my other videos, but if I can get them to just stay on the platform, it's going to be really helpful. So that tells me that right before that dip starts, I need to add a card. Now in this particular video, this was right when I was saying that now is the perfect time to start a YouTube channel because COVID-19 has caused people to be at home and binge watch videos, and now I'm going to show you my analytics. This was kind of that point where I was switching over from talking head Jessica to screen share Jessica. So what I want to do is there a natural next video that would work really well for the people who found what I just said interesting, who stayed 3 minutes into this video, what they might find is interesting, but for whatever reason, they didn't want to stay and watch the screen share. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write that down as a point where I need to put a card. So 309, I'm gonna go through my channel videos and I'm gonna say, you know what? if somebody was watching this because they were wondering why, now is the perfect time to start a YouTube channel. So I might want to insert a card right here linking to my video on how to start a channel in 2020, because they may very well now be convinced that they need to start a channel and they don't need to see my analytics. They have already thought, oh my gosh, yes, let me start this channel. I'm gonna go over here and search for more information. So instead of letting them leave my video, I want to insert that card that's like, hey, no, I have a video over here on how to start a channel in 2020. If you were getting ready to dip out, go click on it, okay? So that's one spot where I want to insert a card for sure, and I just write that down once I'm digging into my analytics. Okay, at 3:09, I want to insert a card right at 3:09 or a little before, because that's where people are starting to dip off in pretty big percentages. Then once that dip happens, I kind of look then at my percentage there. So on this video, once that dip happened, we kind of stayed steady around that 45, 44% mark for a little bit, and then it drops down into the 39, 38, 37, 36, and gradually through my video keeps going down and down and down and down, right? So on this graph, even though it's a pretty steady decline, I'm going to take it chunk by chunk as to where I'm kind of losing a big percentage of people. So you can see around this 6-minute, 45-second mark that I am now going from that 38, 39, 40% down to 36%. So that might be a really great place to insert a card. Then here's our another really big dip. We steadily decline, but kind of stay in the 30s until right about here. So you see this dip happening here in my analytics. So I'm gonna go right before that dip happens and insert a card that makes sense with whatever I was talking about, or if they got to this point of the video, what would they wanna know about next? So in this particular video, I'm talking about my analytics at this point. I'm showing them inside of my analytics, and again, they may just be ready to learn how to do this, not necessarily see mine. So I'm gonna insert a card about something else there. But basically, I'm writing down all of these points. And then I'm coming back through here. Okay, when do I experience another dip? And it looks like there's a pretty big dip happening right here. So there's another dip happening somewhere between that 10:47 and 10:50 marker where another big chunk of people are dropping off, okay? Right before that is a really great place to put a card to something else they'd be interested in. So what I'm gonna do is after I have written down all of these points, like at 3:09, I need to go in and put a card, and at that given point, I was getting ready to switch over into my analytics. So let me show them a video on how to start a channel in 2020, because obviously they didn't care about my analytics, but they did care about what I had to say up until that point. Then I'm gonna insert another one at 9:00 whatever, or at 10:15 or whatever. And at that point in the video, I'm talking about X, Y, or Z. So this card might make sense. Again, if you don't have videos to fill these spots, it's okay to link to someone else's channel. The point is just to keep people on the platform. So what I'm going to then do is go back into editor for this video, and I'm going to go in and adjust where the cards are popping up inside the video, and maybe even what those cards are about. When I upload a video, I always put 3 to 4 cards in that video on upload. And what I do is I will look at my channel's average view duration charts to place those in the right places, or at least an estimated place for where these drop-offs have happened in the past. So I'm gonna take you and show you that in a second, but in this video now I'm gonna see, okay, I'm gonna go to 3:09 in the video and see if I can move my card to that point. And you'll see I actually have a card at about that 3:24 mark. And so I wanna move that up to the 3:09 mark, because if people are really starting to dip out around that 3:09 mark, I want that card to happen then. Our next big dip off is somewhere between that 8 and 9 minute mark. And you'll see my second card I have here is actually at the 6:51 mark. So I'm gonna move that card over somewhere in between 8 and 9 minutes, because that's where I start to see that pretty drastic dip off happening. So the strategy here is to head off those points where they might possibly be getting ready to dip out of your video, and let them say, oh my gosh, I was getting ready to dip out, but look at this really cool thing that she just said she had. Or maybe they were watching your video contently and you popped a card across and they would have left and completely left your channel in a couple more minutes, but your card has caused them to now binge some more content. So I absolutely think the first big drop off for me is being caused by the card that's in the beginning of that video. But I'm okay with that because they were probably going to dip out of this video anyway, and now I've caused them to go watch another one of my videos, and hopefully another one and another one. So I automatically put cards in every video that goes live on my channel, and what I do is I will go through my analytics for the last month's videos or all of the videos in that particular category of videos or style of videos, and see where the normal drop-off point is, and those normal drop-off points, see if there's any common threads or averages, and I will put cards there automatically on the upload to kind of hopefully in that first week still take advantage of this strategy. So if I know I'm gonna upload an editing video and it's gonna be 25 minutes long, and in my last 3 editing videos, people dipped off as soon as I switched to screen share mode, or people dipped off 4 minutes in or 2 minutes before the ending or something like that, then I can use those as markers to say, okay, well, based on past performance in other videos and past behavior of my viewers and my watchers and my subscribers, I know I can probably go in and add a card at these spots on the upload of this video and hopefully head off some of those people who would have just completely left the platform or completely left my channel, and keep them on the platform and keep them on my channel. So there's definitely like kind of a mixture of strategy here. I can use this on upload based on past performance, and then about a week in, I can go into that actual video's performance and place cards where they should be based on how that video is performing, and hopefully, again, retain people along the way, so I can kind of show up as like a good girl to YouTube who is like, oh, she brought people to this platform, they are watching her videos, they are continuing to binge her content, their session time is extended because she did everything right. Okay, we're gonna feature more of her content in places that people need to see it. Go ahead and leave your girl a thumbs up if you learned something in this video. Hopefully this was something that you haven't been taught from somebody else, because again, I don't think a lot of people teach this strategy, even though it is definitely a strategy YouTubers use. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up and let me know that you are going to be implementing this into your channel strategy in the future as well. And hang out with me in the comments below. Every single time I publish a video, I am hanging out in the comments live right after it's published to chat with you guys and get to know you more. So definitely make sure you comment below so I know you're here. And I've linked some other YouTube strategy videos below in the description if you are just ready to binge watch more content about how to grow a YouTube channel. So that will be linked below. And don't forget to run that business and live that life with a little bit of spunk, a lot of hustle, and a heck of a lot of grit. Bye, y'all.